Bloody hell, what happened then? I don't know. Hopefully the people that started to watch it on the other stream will come back. Thank you. Alrighty, let's get on with it. This is a service from Crewe to Birmingham, I think. Let's go. Master key, reverser thingy. What am I doing? All right, now we can do it. Good, 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 good. Doors, left doors. Left doors? Right, there we go. Headlights, safety systems. Shut up. Is it blurry? Oh, not so far. Okay. Good. Good start. It's a bit, frame rate's a bit shit. Let's pop a frame rate up. Oh no, it's not so bad. It's not great. It's not so bad. Okay. I picked one during, what, 8:55, so we should see other trains. Should be. Should be a good plan. Alright, time to go. Hello to Alex Toyne, the Teesside Train Watcher, the Random Gamer, Foggy Style, Sealand, who is Sean apparently. Seanland, that's what it says. And Tam Walker. Okay. Tam says I'll give it halfway until blurry textures. Oh, ye of little faith.
Welcome aboard this London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at
Splat. Oh no, you got out of the way.
Wolverhampton,
I was lucky.
Cosley, and Birmingham New Street.
Sound coming through okay on the stream?
Please familiarise yourself.
Oh yeah, looks like it.
Notices
You see?
throughout the train.
Not yet. Ooh, what was that? I think that briefly something happened then. Just briefly on that second carriage, but it came back all right. I reckon they've reduced the draw distance on the train. Interesting. All right, let's fang it. Oh no. Yes, yes, let's fang it. It's very not loud in my ears. What's going on there? It's pretty quiet for me. It is monumentally quiet. Anyway, I'm facing sideways because, you know, I'm playing the Xbox and I don't want to watch it in OBS. I want to watch it for real. Tam Walker would be an improvement on this route. Quite possibly. Foggy's here before it starts blurring around Soho Depot. Let's see. Well, remind me when you want me to go outside. I'll pop out from time to time and we'll have a look. But do remind me if I'm not doing that often enough. Off we go to Stafford. I should really. This might get noisy. Because I should bring my mic out here, because that will work better, won't it? Yep, good. Well, the B button works. That's a good sign. That's better than the Class 90. I'm fine, C. How are you? A little tired. One more day of work. I am my boss currently, and I, to be honest with you, got a bit of new respect for the guy. I have no idea how he keeps this going. Osiris, I was 2 minutes in on the BTP 350 and I got blurry textures. Second service class 353 spawns you on foot with no train. Passenger loading bar still goes up. This is on PS5. PS5 seems to have a couple of dramas from what I have seen. No blurries there. A couple of the ambassadors have reported dramas on the PS5 too, from one who got a corrupted update and another one who was having troubles like you're describing, Osiris. So Foggy says focus on the reverser from time to time, labels are the first thing to blur, and max speed text above the window. We've still got a bit of Z fighting on the sanding button there. And the passenger alarm button too. Everywhere else looks better than it did. I'll try and keep that in view. Let's try and maybe we're there. Can't see the reverser then, but we'll see it. We'll see it. Whee! Not blurry yet. Mind you, sometimes I do runs from end to end and not get anything go wrong anyway. I don't know. Amy, hello. Good evening. And Tam Walker, to answer your thing of good morning from Scotland, in the other stream that for no readily apparent reason died, it just said, hey, it's finished. Amy says, I feel warm seeing you wearing a coat. It's 30 degrees in my room right now. Well, the other half and I were both working in the office today, so we didn't run the heating, and of course the kids who were here didn't bother turning any of it on. That's okay. So it's cold in here and I couldn't be bothered running the heating when I'm going to go to bed soon anyway. Blurry grass, does that count? So far so good. I picked a 350/3 because that's the one that did it to me most often. I think the overhead wire draw distance has been reduced. I get that feeling. Seeing the usual pop-in, so that has not changed. Oddly enough, pop-in's actually not as bad on consoles as it is on PC. It's kind of funny. And I think that's because consoles run a lower res picture anyway. But in answer to Tam Walker's thing, we're saying hello to Scotland. The other half and I will in fact be in Scotland in August, assuming the Don stops blowing shit up near our midpoint stopover, because we're stopping over in Dubai. Alex says, are you in a dash 1, 2 or 3? I am in the 3. Hello Wesley. What should we see on the unit number? Let's have a look. So, ooh, we did get some blurry numbers there for a moment, but they resolved again. Hmm. 350, 373. The headlights look a little, no, they're all right. I'll take that back. The numbers do weird things when you're that far away, but they're okay close up. Oh, no, they're not. No, numbers are a bit sad. Ooh, sounds a bit sad too. Bloody Xbox. So the max speed's still not blurry, that's good. Am I going too fast? Probably. No, I'm not. Wow. Impressive. Alex said you had a dash 3 with a dash 1 number mismatch. Is that before or after the update, Alex? Still getting our standard Xbox sound ticks. I don't know if my streaming setup makes that worse or not. I'm wondering if I've got the sound turned down or something. Settings. No, it's cranked. Okay. It's really quiet in my headphones. I don't know why. Seems okay on the stream for levels, but it's quiet for me. It's bizarre. "13 miles to Stafford." One of the most pointless detours ever. Look at that, I got a reward. Wow. So they've been reset. Great. Before the update. Okay, Wesley, hopefully West Coast Mainline Trent Valley will come to console. Well, it will come to console. I couldn't tell you when, but it will come. I kind of take the delays as a good sign, to be honest with you. Amy said, I found the worst case for TSW sound was on a surround sound system. Even though the game runs in stereo, individual channels could stutter sometimes, making me think something is up with the Xbox side. Oh, Xbox sounds crap. The sounds issue between there for a while, they still haven't sorted it. They did move from Wave to OGG, and it helped. But yes, it's not resolved. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's... You don't get the machine gun anymore, but it's not amazing, is it? Those little ticks that we hear all the time. I didn't bother testing this on PC because with my setup I've never had blurry textures on PC. I've only ever seen it on the Xbox. Yeah, there's a Z fighting vent up there. Yeah, it resolves when you get close, but when you're far away, it's going to stay resolved, I think. Oh no, there it goes. Z fighting is when Unreal puts a texture on another one on top, and this one goes, oi, I want to be on top. No, I want to be on top. I want to be on top. I want to be on top. It's like they're married. Don't say that. That's mean. Birmingham New Street still doesn't fit. Well, that's not new. Not fixed. Mind you, it wasn't in the patch notes either, so I don't know why I think it would be. Max speed still looks okay. You have rewards points. Woohoo! I wish I could see how much memory the Xbox was actually using, but I don't know how to do that. If there's a way to do that, let me know. I can tell on PC. I know how much VRAM things are using. It's like that, the new one, Running Train. I started it on my special 4080 that has 2 encoders, and it used all the RAM. And then I started OBS and it backed off a bit, so it knew something else was using it, I suppose. Unless Windows controls that, which is possible. $8 miles. Hands up if you often drive straight through Stafford. Tam says, just say this again, since you mentioned when you come to Scotland this year, instead of sunny weather, you probably get pissing rain and the wind of Scotland. Yeah, probably. That's actually why I bought this. It's for Scotland. Even though I'm going there in summer, I know what can happen up there, and we're going to be based out of Glasgow. So we haven't really booked or planned anything yet, but the idea is to do some train trips and or bus trips and let you explore. Let us explore. Wench wants castles, I want trains. So we're looking for trains to castles. Amy says the only way you know if an Xbox wouldn't let you run retail software, not been on Xbox as a main gaming machine like 3 to 4 years now though. Yeah, I don't know if there's any way to get visibility of it. I don't know if it does telemetry, for example. So far, so good. And we're looking outside. How about the other end? Maybe if we got a bit closer, it might help. No, looks alright. Getting the occasional flicker near the top of the windows where the power lines are crossing it, but nothing dramatic. Apparently I should have slowed down. There we go. And we're pretty near Stafford anyway. I've gone through the abandoned little abandoned platform there. Whee! I wouldn't mind a backdated version of this route where the abandoned stations were still there. That would be good. Andy Burbage. The display should show Birmingham New Street over 2 lines. Yes, it doesn't. That's what it should do. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh, there it is. That's what it is showing. Fail. 4 miles to Stafford. How will we survive? Max speed still not blurry. What about the reverser? No, the texture labels look okay. 63783. Anybody seen another train yet? I haven't seen another train. It just occurred to me. I don't think I have. Double yellow. And a speed signal. Speed sign, rather. Well, it is a signal, I suppose. It's a fixed signal. Clearly not going to be driving through Stafford at full speed today. But that will probably be a stop and go thingy. I'm just driving straight at a red light going, red, 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 brakes, more brakes. Uh-oh. This is going to sped. We're going to sped. Oh no, I was thinking that would change and it didn't. Bugger. Well, you know what that means. Boop, boop. That means I'm an idiot. Bugger. Amy says you learnt from DB for punctuality. Well, I was sitting outside the train wandering around, but, you know. We'll do better this time. You watch. It'll be better, honest. Daylights. Did we have headlights before? I wasn't sure. Enter, control, enter. No, they were on. I'm going to go have a look. No, they are on. Okay. That was just taking forever. Interesting. They didn't go off till I stood up. Never mind. No one's put me on the SPAD command yet. Uh-oh. Let's see if we run over that bloke again. Wait until 8:52. The doors may close several seconds early. Off we go. Oh yeah, it's supposed to... Still sounds kind of crap to me. But it's supposed to fade away now, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's getting quieter. Yeah, I suppose it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Please familiarize yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Please remember to actually stop at red signals this time. Oops.
This is British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016.
In case you don't know the command. Oh, hang on, I spelt it wrong.
1016. See it, say it, sorted.
New. Yeah, let's roll. Now we've got to sit through that bit all again. Bummer. Never mind. I'll just go away and get a cup of tea and I'll come back in a couple of minutes. Is that all right? Should be fine, shouldn't it? Yeah. 23 people in. That's pretty good. Hopefully everybody is well. You're welcome to chat in the live chat there. Don't have to, but you can. We're trying to see if we're still getting any blurries or not. It's probably actually good that we did a failed run and then starting again, because if there's any memory loss, that'll do it. Quiet you. As they say in the classics, let's try that again. Yep, clever. Very clever. We are on the Xbox X tonight. Hornby Man with his irrelevant facts. Hello, Hornby Man. Amy says TPWS were invented so the driver could go on a tea break. DSD was invented to stop them. Yeah, pretty much. Yes, but DSD can be defeated with a lunchbox. Sifa cannot be defeated with a lunchbox. DSD can. Ooh, train. We're about to see another one. Quiet you. No, it looks alright. That was one of the most common cases of blurriness before, when there were two of them near each other. Because the 350 was, shall we say, a hog. I don't know if I like Class 43s, Hornby Man. I'm sure I've seen one, but I don't recall what they look like. 20 miles to Stafford. Oh no. Again. Yes. Great. I just got a message from Lord Vectron, who I don't know if he's in the stream or not. If he is, he's lurking. Who said the only blur is the Class 350 under full service braking. Shall we try it? I think we should. Max brake. No. Ooh. No. No. No blurrage. Back to full power. The 43 is an HST power car. Well, there you go. Thank you, Amy. Amy says, but then you don't have your hobnobs with your cup of tea. Yes, I'm doing fine, Andy lad. How are you? Hornby Man says, why does sunburn take so long to heal? Ah, thank you for rejoining as a member, Andy lad. Very much appreciated. And Hornby Man says, why does sunburn take so long to heal? Well, you need to get yourself some aloe vera spray, sunshine. Because, you know, if you were an Aussie, you'd know about things like that. Because you UK people, you're a bit new to this concept of the sun. It's not been a thing for you before. So now you've got our weather. So I hope you enjoy being present in the new Australia. Yep. Not called the United Kingdom anymore, you're called New Australia. Next we'll be deporting people and sending them to the UK. Andy says, I'm okay, just hot as the temps have gone up again here today. Yeah, see what I mean? You've turned into Australia. You're big enough to be Tasmania. Hello, Leon. I actually feel sorry for the Brits in the heat because you guys really aren't used to it. We kind of are. So it's, yes. I mean, today I think it was a whopping 8 degrees or something. It's quite pleasant. But you guys really are experiencing an Australian summer. Amy says, technically we should be the old Australia. No, definitely not. No, we can't allow that. I know what you could be called. Since we've got this alliance called AUKUS, you could be called Orc. The nation of Orc. Leon says today it was raining in Adelaide. Well, that means it'll be raining in Melbourne tomorrow. Because that's how it works. Adelaide gets the weather and then we get it the next day. It could be Old Zealand, Original Zealand, the OG Zealand. Amy says the heat has been fine with the fan, just struggling to keep hydrated, which is fun. Speaking of hydrated, where's my bloody water bottle? I don't know what I did with it. Oh well. Leon likes the rain. And people in the UK like the rain too. Especially, you know, when it's that hot. Shall we do an outside check? What is it DSD the second you go outside? Beep, 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 beep. Well, at least the safety systems are working. It's not like the Class 90 or anything. "14 miles to where I stuffed up last time." Animal, hello. How's the improvements? Well, we're trying it out now. I've already spattered, so I'm clearly not improved. Andy says 8 degrees feels like heaven, beginning to wonder if the British Antarctic Survey team is taking people on, as I'd happily go there during the summer. I would actually like to go to Antarctica. I think that would be magnificent. I almost booked into a plane that flew over it once, but then I found out that they don't go below 1,000 feet, so not much to see. Leon says, rain makes the plants happy and it makes you happy too. Fair enough. Animal says we don't have much choice but to like the rain in the UK. In fairness, in the times I've been in the UK, yes, there's been rain, but not really massive. It was actually quite pleasant in August. A couple of hot days, that's alright. I didn't need anything warm. Oh yeah, the spads still work fine, Animal. I didn't need anything warm the entire trip I was there until I got over to North Norfolk. Man, was it cold there. That's Jamie Ringwood's railway, if you're wondering. That's where he volunteers. So if you ever want to meet the guy, go to the North Norfolk Railway, because he's there most weekends. It's a nice bloke, Jamie. I was trying to figure out if I was seeing weirdness when the stanchions go past, but I don't think so. I think it's just the overdrawing. This time I'll pay attention to the red signals, you watch. I've learnt my lesson, I hope. I hope. So what do you guys think of what's been patched? So there's quite a selection of stuff in the patch. If you haven't seen it yet, I did a read through of the patch notes on a video. Nothing. I am going to find my water bottle, so I'll be right back. I'm thirsty. That sounds like DSD. I think I survived that. Lucky. Going too fast though. Oh, and there's a red signal coming. No, it's changed. We should slow down a little bit. Because we're going a bit quick. Bit quack. Quack, quack. Hornby Man likes the Class 37 and the 50 and the 20. 20's my favourite. The 37 sounds magnificent. Dragon, hi, I watched your roadmap video earlier. I'm on PC, reduced AI, not good. I don't think there was enough AI. Amy says, just caught it. Yes, lucky. I was lucky. Had to go hunting for it. Dragon, basically it's a choice between fitting in the memory budget or not. Animal says, driver casually strolls off to the buffet car. Absolutely. Don't you do that? I do it all the time. Got 105 coming, and we're doing less than that anyway, it's fine. I didn't drink enough today because I left my water bottle at home. So all I've had today is a couple of cups of tea and a couple of cups of coffee, that's about it. And that's not enough. $5 miles to Stafford. Let's see if I screw it up 2 times in a row. Hornby Man likes a Class 37 double header. You know who wouldn't like that?
How dare you?
Yep, her. Because the Class 37 is the clag machine. So far, so good. $4 miles to where I screw it up. One of the claims to fame is they fixed the Class 350's brakes. Apparently people said it brakes too hard, so they've made it brake less, even though the technical manual says that it could do what it was doing, and some real-life drivers agreed that it was braking appropriately, but they seem to have dumbed it down and added butter to the braking system. Amy says, I think we should do 68 double headers more, so at least it's chip fat. Ah, it's one of those. Leon says, in Train Sound World 6, I'm collecting the Turbo Stars and Electro Stars trains. Well, fair enough. I think a lot of people do that, don't they? Andy says, seems my membership renewal didn't fire 5 minutes ago. I assume you don't have the bot on you with you being on Xbox today. No, the bot is sad. It's actually StreamerBot that does that stuff, but it's not been happy. I think YouTube's maybe changed an API or something, so I've got to wait for a new version of StreamerBot to come out. AWS for the speed sign, and for the double yellow. Not blurry on the max speed up there, so we're doing okay. Hornby Man says, I like when a rail tour Class 90 comes into the station and sounds its horn. Fair enough. And there are cool trains in London, says Leon. There are. Casual says, cold, are we? No, quite warm. Andy says, YouTube loves to screw up bots with their updates. Yeah, it does. It's a Google thing. They love changing APIs. In fact, I shouldn't even say it's a Google thing. It's a cloud thing. They just love screwing with your head. I was so sure that signal was going to change last time that I really did not expect to spat. Dragon says darker clag on TSW would be good. I assume you've seen the assorted Just Trains routes. with their excessive clag. We're not going to see much from this one, but, you know. Quick look outside. Try not to spat again. Looks fine. Leon likes the trains phoned in the cab. Oh, we've got a selection here. One is for GSMR. I assume the other one's a PA, but it's an awkwardly placed thing. Well, it's changed. Okay. Off we go then. Why are we sideways today? Because my Xbox is... Well, actually the Xbox is there, but I have to do it backwards. That's why I'm sideways today. So this is what I thought it was going to do last time. I thought it was going to clear and show me a finger. Or a feather, or whatever it's called. It's called a feather, isn't it? Sometimes when I play on the Xbox, I do still face the PC, because I can see it in OBS, but I felt like watching the Xbox today. Because I figured if I was going to see blurry stuff, I'd see it here. Ow! Just got smacked into a bridge. Well, it's looking alright so far. Wonder why we came over here given Stafford's got platform over there. Weird. Oh, look, there's another one. Frame rate's not dropping with two of them in view, so that's new. Used to. That's a good sign, actually. Can I get down between them? No, I can't. Well, that one's not blurry, and mine's not blurry. That's a good sign.
Platform. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will
calling
be
at Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley, and Birmingham New Street.
Did the internal announcement stop when I opened the window? Seemed like it. Harrison, hello. Just joined the stream. I'm really excited to jump back into this route. I stopped playing not long after the release due to the blurry textures and crashing on an Xbox Series X. Well, we are in fact playing on an X today, so we shall see how we go. We've made it as far as Stafford. Heading into Birmingham, balam. Crap on. If we go to Penkridge.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at
Ooh, look! Max speed 110 was blurry and we came back. But the outside looks okay. Yeah, the outside looks alright. Yeah, looks fine. Max speed was a little blurry again then.
This is British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 6.
Is the BTP announcement new on these trains?
Sorted. That's 61016. See it. Say it. Sorted.
We'll just pretend that we've already gotten into 90 zone. We have, it's fine. And he says, were you surprised there was nothing for the 90 in today's patch? I'd imagine a lot of people are not happy it had nothing done to it. My gut feel about the 90 is there's probably a bit of a war going on. You know, a bit of this. There'd be a bit of this activity going on. It's their fault. Be anybody but his fault. Would be my thought. So we'll see what comes. The max speed thing seems to have calmed down. Let's go out and come back again. No, it's all right now. Quiet you. 3 miles to Pinkridge. I thought I had to slow down to 90 then, according to the sign, but clearly not. The game doesn't think so. Harren says BTP announcements has changed. I kind of thought so. Dragon is disappointed about no Class 90. I'm not surprised. Leon says sometimes on my iPad I play Roblox. Well, okay. Andy says Alan has said there's problems on both sides and soon there's progress to be announced. It will be. All right, good. We're outside the world. Never mind. Two miles to Pinkridge. I should probably start thinking about slowing down on these new butter-powered brakes. It's a case of dumbing down something that was correct because people who don't know any better kept whining that they were bad. Pinkridge Station's only a baby one, isn't it? Slowing down a bit early. And we're a minute and a bit late. We'll be 2 minutes and a bit late by the time we get there.
Pinkridge. Please mind the gap when leaving the train.
Gratuitous bridge shot. Hello, GWP Photography. How are you? Hi, my name is Max Brake. How are you? Birmingham, balam, balam, balam. And he says, I'm going to have to relearn the brakes on the 350. Pretty much had braking points nailed down with this train. Yes, they've changed it. Your best thing about the Class 47. It's a train. Pulls things. It works. Let's go. Wolverhampton, next stop.
With the safety notices displayed
And the most important safety notice in the train is that Wolverhampton is actually in Wolverhampton. Dragon says, have you driven the Medway route? Do you recommend it? I quite like it. I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea, but if you like a commuter route that looks really pretty, then yeah, grab it. If you like a more of a high-speed expressy type of experience, then probably not. Depends what you like. Leon says transport companies, they do upgrade new announcements because feature. Well, yeah, they do occasionally, but this is a new one to the game, so it's good. Welcome to the people who have just joined. You're absolutely welcome to dive into the chat, and I just realised that's set to top chat, which doesn't really matter in my streams generally, but I don't like to miss out on chats. I don't like the idea of YouTube filtering stuff. Just under 8 miles to the Wolves. My brother-in-law used to live in Wolverhampton. He met a Wolverhampton girl. She was a little rough around the edges. Like the 350. A little bit rough around the edges. Ian Jackson, hello. How's it running on the Xbox after the update? I use the Xbox Series X. I could never use the 390 in the 805 at Crewe as it always crashed. Well, we can try and spawn one of those. Oops, excuse me, burping. That's the bubbly water I was drinking. We can try and spawn a 390 or an 805 after we finish this run, if you like. And Leon said, train went wee. Well, it's going uphill right now with 6 miles. No one got a 6.7 in. Ha ha. Dragon prefers the high-speed trains, and then he probably won't like Medway. GWP says, I tried playing the 805 on the modern, not reduced timetable and received blurry textures arriving into Crewe using the 805. Ooh. We should look at that then. So far, so good. Did the 805 have 350s near it? Andy says, just playing on the community-created South Yorkshire route. The timetable is in, although waiting to correct reskins, but needs all the scenery stations finishing. Oh, cool. South Yorkshire. And you should go to the shops after the stream. No, I should probably go to bed. 5 miles to Wolverhampton. Looking at what track he has laid, I think it might be the largest route in TSW yet, due to all the differing ways of getting between 2 points. Oh, cool. No 350s around for GWP. Ian says that'd be good if you could test the 390 or the 805. I'm working away at minutes, so I won't be able to get back to the game till the weekend. I'll have to see if those red signals are imaginary or not. Yep, imaginary, but we have got a slow coming up soon, so we should probably do something about that. So min brake does almost nothing. Oh, there it goes, it's starting to. Starting to have an effect. The pantograph is blocked. What the hell does that mean? We're going to Wolverhampton. We'll fix it in Wolverhampton. That looks up to me. And he says, by the sounds of it, with the 350, people who have never driven the train in real life moaned about the braking, even though they had data from the train staff about it, and it's now been changed. Yep, that's it exactly, and that's my reaction. We just had a feather to go right there. Leon says, maybe because power is not high. Midway Enjoyer, hello to you. Dragon says, West Coast Main Line, Trent Valley, Milton Keynes, Crewe route 108 miles. Looking forward to that hopefully early June release date. We'll see what we see, I suppose. We shall see what we shall see. How are we going outside? Still good? Well, it's hard to tell in Tree Sim World. Looks alright though. Can I still power? No. So I think the pantograph's up, but it's probably just the MCB. Where's that? Must be a switch somewhere. Where is the MCB on these things? Oh, up there. Okay. Ah, no, not emergency. God damn it. Alright, now we should be able to power again, right? Yep, we can. Good, 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 good. How's the blurries? Blurries are fine. I'll stick with the speed for the moment. Freddy, hello. You like the thumbnail? Cool. Yes, the train is slowing down. Would you like to sit in the cab of a Class 66 or a 91? I have sat in the cab of a Class 66. You know, you should always ask. Because you never know what you never know. Welcome along to the people who have just joined in. Good to see you. We're testing out the Blurfest Beast. So far we've had one blurry instance of the max speed 110 in one particular area get a little bit blurry. But apart from that we've been okay. So he's hoping that holds up. Osiris says, his on-screen message says pantograph blocked to stop the train and reset. Yeah, it did. I think it really only just wanted the circuit breaker, but I turned it the wrong way and put the panto down. I should have turned it left, not right. Leon says, oh no, the train is late. You clearly haven't been to England, Leon, because, you know, it's kind of normal. We should have a from the AWS shortly. This game is brought to you by the machine that goes.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please hold on to your wallet, purse or mobile phone. How are we looking outside? We're looking okay on the approach to Wolverhampton. The train is not scared yet. It's quite steep into Wolverhampton, isn't it? Yes, Adelaide trains are late sometimes. It's quite normal for trains, Leon. It's not unusual at all. I wish we'd get the thieves operate at this station warning. I always like that one. Locomotive 8572 just joined. Hello. No patches for the Class 90? No, there are not. Sadly, there are not. It would be very nice to have a working Class 90.
This is
Oh, I don't know.
Wolverhampton. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Cosley.
And soon it'll be a GBR service. Am I cold, Benjamin? No, I've got a nice warm coat on. Why would I be cold? It's magnificent 8 degrees or so here. It's actually a bit warmer than in the house. It's probably only just about 18 or so. Too late.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Cosley and Birmingham New Street.
Locomotive says, since your post about the blurry routes, I've been looking in general any routes since TSW4.
Please
Oh, that's not good.
yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
It is a bit of a challenge because I mostly play on PC, and on PC that I have quite a lot of more VRAM than a console does.
Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016.
Say it, sorted. Miscellaneous rubbish. It's funny they knocked down all the buildings that were here and didn't build anything up afterwards. We cruise round the very slow corner. Waiting on our way to Cosley. You're on a PS5 locomotive. Okay. And he says, annoys me when people moan and get things changed simply because they constantly moan. It happens in DCS as well. They even argued with an in real life Apache pilot that he was wrong and they were correct. That does happen. It's like the people that try and tell me how air brakes work on the traditional Westinghouse lapped air brake. And it's like, I drive actual trains. We have lapped air brakes. I know how they work. Yep. Andy says they had no evidence being wrong. They just say it being wrong. Yes. It is an abandoned mess, isn't it, Leon? Off we go to Cosley. We shall wake up the hyperspeed beast. No. Tree Sim World, everyone. It's interesting. Do you know the times I've had blurry textures? I don't think I've ever had a blurry tree. Locomotive says GWR HST expansion pack West Coast Mainline South Birmingham Crewe, Birmingham Cross City and Preston to Carlisle is where you see it most. That's interesting because I've played Birmingham Cross City on Xbox quite a lot and I've never actually seen it on that one. It's weird how people's experiences with it vary. Because you wouldn't think that it would change all that much from person to person, but clearly it does. Leaves matter. Quiet. Cosley, 1.6 miles. Leon loves trees and flowers. Okay. GWP mainly gets crashes on Cross City. And Angel likes trains. Fair enough. I think most of the people in this stream probably like trains. Dragon says you're a driver in real life. I am. Well, actually, I'm a fireman. But I do drive the trains as a fireman. And I drive 2'6" narrow gauge. But it's the exact same Westinghouse braking system that American trains have. It's identical. It's the same kind of valves, Same brake pipe, same kinds of compressors, everything. Joshua says, if sale now £23 on the PS5, is it worth it now or not? I don't whether to get it. The only thing that stopped me buying it was because of textures. I would suggest finding someone who's streaming it on the PS5 and have a bit of a look and see what you think. And give it a couple of days. We've already had some reports of some issues on PS5. So, give it a couple of days before you decide. Unless the sale's going to run out, of course, and you really want it. Locomotive says East Coast Main Line 2. Ah. Dragon says train driver. Well, it's one of the cool things about being a fireman when the driver goes, hey, do you want to step into my office? Absolutely. I usually say something ruder than that, but I'm an Aussie, so, you know. I'll be nice today. That'll do. Good enough.
This is Cosily. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service
Cosily.
to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Birmingham New Street.
Locomotive says, I don't like trains. I'm currently covered in boxes for model trains, trying to list them on my website. Ah. Fun thing to do. There's model trains up in the cupboard up there behind me. I have a whole lot of ON30 stuff. Shame and no class 90 patch, says Benjamin. Yes. Joshua says, okay, amazing, thank you. I wait then. People like Hentus and Tintin and British Ace all stream on PS5. Hentus is sometimes on PC, so keep an idea of what he's running on. Birmingham New Street, next stop. And so far, so good. And then before I go to bed, we can try out the others, the 390 and the 805. 805, 809, whichever it was. Yes, we will. We shall bypass all the other stations.
Please familiarize yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
I like this line because I've been on it. And he says, even I chimed in on the Apache one saying, I'll take the word of someone who has actually flown and operated them over someone who just has an opinion. Same as you, TBH, as you have real life experience. Thank you. And you're a fireman too, Locomotive. That's cool. What do you fire? My next firing gig is a 2'6", 262 Prairie. And the one after that, I'm firing a South African Railways NG16. Big Garrett. Back up to 75. Should warn these good folks that we're coming through. Barp. Going on to the fast. Very good. You're a fireman at the North Norfolk Railway, Locomotive, so you'd probably know Jamie then. I visited your railway last year and was there for the Steam Gala. Very much enjoyed myself. It's a great railway. If you're in the UK and you like a bit of a heritage railway, the North Norfolk is a good one to visit. It's short enough that you can actually walk along the entire track to get nice photo opportunities. Andy says, have you not had a railway shift today as you don't normally fire on a Friday? No, I was at normal work today. Your last firing term was an ex-Great Western 42XX 280 number 4277. I have met that locomotive. It was an interesting experience going to a gala. You know Jamie very well. It's cool. He's a good bloke. We had lots of chats. And he says, never mind, it's Thursday today. Clearly the heat has fried your brain. That's all right. I thought it was Tuesday at one point. I got reminded it was Thursday. It's like, yes. It's a good thing. Well, that's a good view. Let's try that one. Yeah, not blurry yet. Benjamin was at Didcot on Saturday to see the Beachy Head, going again tomorrow for National Biscuit Day. National Biscuit Day. Interesting concept. GWP says, I'm familiar with the 4277 locomotives. Locomotive says, I was there doing the night turn in the yard at the gala. Ah, cool. So we've probably seen each other at some point. It was quite funny. One of the nights I wandered down towards the coast to get some food for dinner because I was staying in a B&B just on the non-coast side of the railway crossing. It's literally maybe 100 metres up the road. And I walked out and there's this guy and a girl outside the pub. And he's a bit of a pissed bloke. Why am I slowing down for? And he goes, are you looking at my missus? And I go, no, mate. And he goes, why not? Fine. Clearly can't win with that one. Bit of canal action. I always like this where there's canals running over the top of canals. It's just kind of cool. I mean, there's a great big grass ball inside the canal. That's not so cool. Birmingham, not terribly far away. It's an interesting station, that one. If you've ever been there. Why did I get put back in the cab then? Weird. How's the train going? It looks alright so far. Ooh, we have a little bit of blurry on the max speed. What are we looking outside? No, we're okay outside. So we are having some blurries on the max speed when we come back to the cab. Let's try again. We're still looking alright out there. Ooh. That's the worst I've seen. Locomotive said, I did see you. I'm the former time driver, 10.25-inch Wells and Walsingham Light Railway 2. My daughter's birth certificate. Occupations listed as engineman. Oh, fantastic. What an awesome thing to do. Looks okay. Whatever was driving at bananas before seems to have stopped driving at bananas. prepare for the big tunnels. Hello, Michigan Rail fan. How are you? Welcome along. Locomotive says miniature garrets on the world's smallest public railway. Ah, very cool. Where is that one in a similar area as North Norfolk or somewhere else? Benjamin says, isn't that just usual texture lodge for Unreal though? It gets worse the further from the cab you get before going back in. You see it more on some trains like this one. Just going to go outside because I want to see what this one looks like that's coming past. Oh, that looks alright. And ours stayed okay. Harrison says, I hope textures are not too bad around Birmingham to make the game crash. And Ratty says, good day and how's it looking? We've had a few max speed things be a bit blurry, but we've been okay outside so far. Right, we're looking alright around the outside, so... As we arrive into Birmingham New Street. Let's do a last check before we go in the hole. No, it looks alright. Looks great in the dark. Oh, the screen's not too bright anymore. That's good. It's looking pretty good so far. Have had a couple of people say that they've had a crash on PlayStation. Airlink says 805 has black textures in some button. Can you try that too? I won't go for a big long drive in an 805 because it is 10:45 at night here and I'll be back at work at 8 o'clock. But we are going to try an 805 and the 390 was the other one we had to try, wasn't it?
Please take all your belongings with you. Please mind the gap when leaving the train.
Locomotive says 15 miles from North Norfolk Railway. It runs 4.1 miles from Wells next to see Walsingham, a very important village for Christians. It's the smallest public railway and the narrowest railways with a Transport Act. Ah, cool. There's a few little railways around the UK. So for those of you who have been to the Welsh Highland, the garret that runs on our railway is the same as theirs. Except ours is 2'6" and I think theirs is 1'11", something like that. As usual, I'm going too fast through New Street. That's not much good. I want to see the outside of the train. There we go. I think we're stopping in the middle of the platform. Yeah, it's looking all right through here. We did see Ratty, we still have that mistake with the PIS. That 350 looks pretty much okay over there. So we'll try an 805 next. And you fired there as well. Excellent. 1 foot 11.5. Yeah, I thought it was pretty close to 2 foot, but not quite. I suppose I should think about stopping, really, shouldn't I? Like, all the stopping. Ah, it's fine. That'll do. No, won't do. It's finicky.
is Birmingham New Street, our final station.
Bambalam. Anyone? Birmingham New Street. It's all looking okay. Well, the number was a little bit off for a little while. But the texturing on the train's gone pretty well. Now I fight at Talathin too. Lee, hello. Apologies, only just joined. That's no worries. There's still blurry textures on Xbox. Really missed this unplayable for so long now. Well, we just did a run from Crewe to Birmingham New Street, and it seemed okay. So I'm not promising you that they're all going to be good. We had a few occasions where the max speed thing up there went a bit blurry, but the textures on the outside look pretty good. All right, so let's try an 805. Let's see how we go with that. Welcome to the new people who have joined. We just ran a 350 from Crewe to Birmingham and it went okay. I'm just going to try an 805 and the other request was a 390, so we'll try both of those. I'm not going to go for a long drive in either of them because it is 22:49 here and I have to be back at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I don't want to go to bed too late. This takes a while because I have all the DLC loaded. Yay! All the ones I've got anyway. We need to go out of here because we need to check an 805. And we probably want something in daylight, I imagine. Oh, we'll do that one. Oxley, no, that'll be too slow, won't it? A bit slow? Empty stock. Express from Crewe to Stafford. Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll do that one? Fair enough. We'll do that one. Can I just have light clouds, please? Thank you. Okay, let's do it. Driver. Locomotive says on this route I rarely have texture issues at New Street, but once out of the tunnel it gets bad. We went okay that time, so that's a good start. Well, it hasn't crashed yet. I'm going to drive this now. I'm just using my keyboard to do this. Loading passengers. Texture-wise, it looks all right. It's a bit bright, but, you know, it's the game. It's a bit bright. What are we on? Electricery? Yep, we're on electricery. Ooh. Okay. The cab was blurry and we came back then. Let's try that again. Let's go up to back and back to the front. Settles down really quickly, but that's not nice. I'm not exactly an expert on the sticks, so excuse my jerking around everywhere. It looks okay on the outside. The console of this one goes blurry on PC too. Andy says, kind of jealous of my parents as they are going to Northern Belle this summer from Liverpool to Edinburgh with an excursion to the old Royal Yacht. Love to do a trip like that yourself. That's cool. Wait until 7:55 a.m. What is going on with those labels on the buttons? Because don't they have little logos on them normally? That's a bit bodgy. Looks like most of them too. No, the things are okay on those ones, but not them. We'll pretend that's fine, yeah? Alright, let's get out of here.
Welcome 320 West Coast service to London Euston will be calling at Stafford, Milton Keynes Central, and London Euston.
Certainly takes off faster than a 350.
Please familiarise yourself with the safe.
Popular service. Lots of people on board. Totally crowded. Every seat sold out. GWP's reported the button issue. Andy says they're making a trip as part of their 50th wedding. That's nice. Congratulations to them. And Rattyfuss says you obviously remember Catweasel with Electrickery. Yes. It's quiet in here, isn't it? We can't open windows in this one, can we, from memory? It's too quiet, goddammit. Only 240 miles to Glasgow. Of course it is. I wonder if I'll come through Stafford on my trip up to Glasgow. Maybe. It's West Coast Main Line, so I suppose so. We're going on the sleepy train, the Caledonian. Oh, I've gotten out of Crewe without crashing. That's a start. Anarchist Angel, hello. You're back from work and right to more trains. Of course. Exactly. It's what you should do. We're checking out the changes on Birmingham Crewe. Or Crewe Birmingham, depending on how you look at it. So we've done a 350 and we didn't have any external texture dramas. And now we're doing a 390. We have got some strange button activity going on here. There's some black boxes. That was very South African, wasn't it? Some black boxes. Been hanging around the South African at work too much, clearly. This train always did sound shit. Just hurts my ears, that noise. 22 miles to Stafford, where I will spad, and then we'll try a 390. Londo Spark, hello, how are you? Anarchist Angel says that's unfortunately still on my to-buy list. I'm completely broke. That's sad to hear, mate. Blur Sim World's not too bad, Londo Spark. We didn't have any blurs on the 350 apart from the max speed sign, which went blurry and we left the cab and came back. The train itself went okay. Locomotive says too quiet in a cab is issue on mini locos. Modern cabs are quiet, but they're not usually that quiet. Like the kind of noise we're getting now would be about right. $19 miles to Stafford. When we try the 390, we'll go to the other end. Yes, the buttons are interesting, Lundo. You'll get a significant raise soon, Anarchist Angel. Excellent. No raises in sight here because our economy has turned to boo. Is the entire route HS high speed, I guess? No, there's stopping services as well. We ran a 350 stopping before this. This one only goes on part of the route, because where it would turn off to go to Milton Keynes, the rest of it doesn't exist on this route, so it can't. So we're only going to Stafford. Locomotive says especially the Class 31, that's far too quiet even with the windows open. And the 31's a loud beast too in real life. Very loud beast. Londo says, I suppose you can't have the blurry textures if you don't have textures. That's true. I hadn't thought of it that way. And he says, which sleeper? The Highlander via Birmingham and the Lowlander via Trent Valley. They also ran to Northampton last night. It's the Caledonian that leaves Euston at about 11 PM. So whichever one that is. And we're only going as far as Glasgow, so I don't know if that makes a difference. I know it splits somewhere at about 3 o'clock in the morning, which there's a fair chance I'll get up for that and go watch. Because, you know, can. As long as it's not my bit leaving first. That would be embarrassing. Hey, Han, I missed the train. And in theory, it crosses the Forth Bridge after daylight, so should actually get to see it. Which will be good. Look forward to that. Sounds like shit, but its textures are okay. $15 more miles to Stafford. I could always just call in sick tomorrow and just run Transcend World all day. Good idea? I think I'd get caught. There's a couple of people at work who follow my YouTube channel. I think they'd know. Hey, weren't you sick? Yeah. No blurriness. $13 milli vanillis to Stafford. Wilberforce, hello, welcome along. I'm well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the stuff I make. It's cool to know, thank you. Londo says, I need to dial in running train, booted it up yesterday and frame rate was very low, so I need to make sure I'm not stuffing everything up. I was hoping that a 5080 would handle everything on Ultra. Should. Might be other things like your RAM speed or your CPU speed. Ratifus did the Caledonian Sleeper in 2023 to Fort William, but ours departed around 21:30. Yeah, ours is about 11 PM. And Londo says, I see you're around my neck of the woods. Depends where you are, Londo. Actually, I know where you are. I don't need to ask. And he says, I think if you want to do that, might have been best not to actually mention it on the live stream. True. And Londo says you're on a 4K screen. I was running it on 5K with the 4080 on the 5K ultra wide, and it was fine. I was quite happy. And that was running on ultra. Looking pretty normal. Oh, it's 66. What a surprise. It's a dub-dub. So if those containers are one, how come there's two of them? Wilberforce says, I see you braved the 90 the other day. Yeah, I thought I'd try it on Xbox because people told me it was completely unplayable. Whereas on PC, you can kind of get it to work. And they were right. It was pretty much unplayable. I mean, I did eventually get it to move, but it was not fun. Not fun at all. 9 miles to Stafford, where I will uncontrollably spad. Locomotive says you won't see Forth Bridge on that service. Well, that's a bummer. Londo says might need to reboot or knock the lumen down a peg. Yeah. Mine set settings by itself, so I don't know if it maybe just got yours wrong. Anarchist Angel says rare 66 in UK routes. Yes, they're quite unusual. And you saw one today. Excellent. And he says, so would-be Highlander then splits at Edinburgh, arrives 0347, Inverness portion departs 420, Aberdeen departs 428, your part, Fort William departs 450. Could be. I clearly screwed up because I thought I booked the one going over to Forth Bridge, but guess not. Andy Ladd says might want to check Discord. Is there an important update from DTG about the patch you may want to let people know about? Let's have a look. Ah, there it is. Missing Expert BR145 and Medway Valley line on Steam. We're aware of an issue induced the latest Transcend World update prevents Expert 145 and the Medway Valley line add-ons from launching correctly on Steam. Following our recent add-ons, these updates were mistakenly placed in the wrong folder during the patching process while our teams continue to test additional updates planned for both releases in the coming weeks. Until an official fix is released, you can restore functionality moving the affected pack files back into the correct DLC directory. After moving the pack files, the route should become playable again. Oh. Well, that's a bugger. Forth Bridge is near Edinburgh. That's true, it is, isn't it? I wasn't thinking about that too well. I should probably make a little video about that note, actually. But you can have your 145 Anarchist Angel, you just got to put it back in the folder. You'll be fine. Oh, better slow down a bit. No, I don't. Fine. No mention of shunting controls on the 145 Anarchist Angel. We both had some sadness about those. So next we'll try a 390. We'll get this into Stafford and we'll try and run a 390. I'll try and find a service out of Birmingham because things tend to crash more at Birmingham than anywhere. Crew's been mostly okay with me. I haven't gone outside a lot on this run because I hate the way it sounds, but we'll keep checking. No blurries. Andy Ladd says someone called in this morning saying the update would fix 3 things but break 2 others. Right. It's often the way. Don't know why I'm slowing down. It's not like it's a 350. Yeah, there was no mention of the shunting controls, Anarchist Angel, so we'll see, I guess. Sometimes things get fixed that they don't mention, so we'll see. Two millis to Stafford. Looks like we've got a track change coming up. Should probably do something about that. She'll be right. You're all good. Yep. All good. Don't I have safety systems turned on? I guess not. Maybe the keyboard shortcut doesn't work for safety systems in this. No, definitely not. And of course, in this one, I've rolled in early, so we've got to pause while we check things. It's very hitchy, isn't it? On console, I'm often tempted to turn on motion blur because of the frame rate. And he says, looks like the sleepers go to Dundee via Dunblane rather than Fife Coast. Bum. And he says, I've never done the Caledonian Sleeper, only ever done the Riviera. Yeah, we've got ourselves one of the club suites. Club Plus, I think it is, something like that. 2 little bunk beds. It'll be fine. Welcome to Stafford, empty train. And I think the other request was a 390, so we'll get one of those out via New Street. See if I can find a service leaving from there. But we certainly got out of Crewe okay, which I think is unusual on this train. On the Xbox. Yeah, that'll do. Sounds much better when it's sitting still. No blurries. Good sign. What do you think? Have you been blurry today? What about you? Have you been blurry? Hey, look. There's something about these two that makes them almost the same. Yep. This should be the end of this service, which is a bummer because here comes another 390. In fact, let's just return to free roam for a moment, because I want to see... I should probably get out of this thing. Now it's got safety systems. How interesting. Yeah, that one looks alright. Alright, let's get out of here. That was a horrible noise. Southbound seems to run via the bridge. Harrison says, what's your opinion on the new GBR livery? I like the livery itself's okay. I just don't like the yellow nose. I don't think it looks like it belongs there. Mondo Spark just tried again. It runs like a dream. No blurries, no stutter, beautiful lighting, and I kind of like the controller controls as well. I'm not a fan of the controller controls. I remap my keyboard and use that, but, you know, everybody's a bit different. And Londo says you could steal the 390. All right, let's go to the trains. Choose a route. Birmingham Crewe. Timetable, modern timetable, and we want a 3. Did we just drive a 390? No, we drove an 805, didn't we? And that's Crewe to Stafford. Wolverhampton to Birmingham. Birmingham to Crewe. Okay, well, no, that'd probably be daylight, wouldn't it? I hope. I think I went the wrong way. Anyway, let's go. Hopefully this is daylight. Hopefully. Hello, train chaser Andy. It is kind of good night, indeed. I'll just see you sure it wasn't an 80X. I hope it was an 805. Yeah, it's daylight. Good. And there's a train stuck. Good. That'll be good. Got another one to remember how to drive. I don't think I've ever driven this one on the Xbox, actually. And clearly it starts with safety systems on. Interesting. Does it have safeties on? Oh no, it's the startup sequence, isn't it? And control enter. Control enter, shift enter. Okay, shift enter turns them on. Right, there we go. Got it. Wait till 6:05. Let's have a look outside. We haven't exploded yet. We're not on fire. These ones don't normally go blurry anyway, but it's worth having a look. Cool, we haven't got headlights yet. There we go. Markers. Day running. One minute remaining. And the other ones come in now, I think. We had blurry textures on the labels then. Waiting, 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 waiting some more. Hurry up and wait. How long are we planning to take this before we end tonight? Do you not have work to do? I do have work tomorrow, and it is 23:15, so we're not going to go very far. We're certainly not going all the way to Crewe. But we just want to see if it runs and does not explode. No, I'm not firing tomorrow, Train Tracer Andy. If I was firing tomorrow, I would have been in bed 3 hours ago. Because if I was firing tomorrow, I would be up at about 4:30 in the morning. Hello, David Smith. How are you? Welcome along. We've just tried out a 350 and not got blurry. We tried out an 805 and not got blurry. Now we're trying a 390 to see if it catches fire, falls over and sinks into the swamp. All right. Off we go. I think. More power? There we go. That looks promising. I was just impatient. So when we get out here into the light bit... Well, it's not on fire. This is a good sign. Andy says, don't forget to flick the extra switch on the back wall and not just turn the key on the thingamajiggy. I think Control Enter makes it work. So we'll see. It should still work. 4 in the morning, even a train this weekend. You free from the black long markers. I am not on a train this weekend. Not at all. I think I'm next there, June 13th. I'm next there. It's actually a Saturday. I missed my Fridays because the guy that does the rosters now, since Andy got a real job, unfortunately, he didn't know about the usual days, so no one got their usual days. Oh, I am accelerating. Good. There you go, its textures are all completely black. Anarchist Angel says the auxiliary controls 155 work as they should. Magnificent. Haven Fan, hello, welcome along. We've driven a 350 and a 805 and we're now trying a 390 to see if it explodes. Let's put some juices into the beast. Speaking of juices, I'm thirsty. Bing! I got a bit worried when the frame rate went red then. I was thinking, that's not good. It's funny how the carriages aren't even there until it draws them. So, not on fire. Good sign. Textures look okay as well. Apart from going too fast, so far so good. Chain Tracer Andy says, also found out it's really fun, but old signalling game is known as Block Post. They have an 11 frame to nearly 150 frame, really cool stuff if you're into signalling like me. No, I'll chuck the details in my Discord if you wouldn't mind. Haven says, when will Train 7's World 7 be out? September! That would be my bet. Andy says maybe that was fixed at some point. Remember, it came out using keyboard shortcuts, never made the circuit breaker close. AWS is never active till you closed it. Well, we're getting the bings, so I think it's active. 2 miles to Sandwell and Dudley. Sounds like a pub, doesn't it? The Sandwell and Dudley. Be a good name for a pub. Smethic Galton Bridge, I think. Maybe? Could be. In my Discord, mate. Pop it in other train games, maybe? I have got SimSig I've never streamed it, but I play it a little bit. It's just not a very interesting stream, you know, so I don't stream it. Maybe this one's Smethic Galton Bridge. This looks more like Smethic Galton Bridge. Let's have a look. Is it? Yep. Ooh, yuck. That wasn't good. So if we go out there and then follow. Wait, go. It was blurry when we first came back, but it resolved. So that looks like a lodding thing. Yeah, I think that's a lodding thing. Not great though. More power. Actually, less power. We have to stop. How good are the brakes on this? Don't know. Nah, they seem okay. They'll be fine. Haven says, can I be a mod? Nah. Londo says I need to get into SimSig and learn how to play it. It's quite interesting, but it's not something that's going to make an entertaining stream, I think, except for a very small group of people. Andy Led says DTG have now just posted, they've posted a hotfix for the Medway in 145. Well, Steam is probably updating on my computer right now. Barp. This clearly doesn't have announcements on it. No announcements. The doors are now opening on the left-hand side of the train.
West Coast service to Glasgow Central, calling at Wolverhampton, Stafford, Crewe, Warrington.
Could you imagine sitting up in one of these things in the uncomfortable Avanti seats all the way to Glasgow?
Lake District, Penrith.
Andy says that's what happens when my PS4 it D-shapes, then it reforms. The small group is you, yourself, and I. Yeah. You want to be a V-line signaller, Andy? Yeah, why not? It's not a terrible career. Wait till 617? What? God. Do I add people as mod? Generally, no. Holy Trucker says, mate, I had to delete 6 trains outside of Birmingham. The 805's been stripped of full-line runs, but the FPS was great and no stutter at Smithwick anymore. That's good. I don't know if we'll wait for this or if I just go to bed. Or I could just drive off. The signal is green. Game might get upset if I do that, though. It's Harry Potter. Driver's board. Let's go. Londo says, I've sat in one of those seats for a couple of hours and that's enough for me. Yeah, so have I. Andy says, to be a mod, don't you have to be a pure reprobate? Well, you're doing it is good. Wait, no. Leaving early. Gratuitous bridge shot. Down, 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 down. As required. There we go. It's running on diesel, isn't it? Must be. That's why it's so slow. Oh no, it's got a Panto up. Chain Trace Andy says block post sites do cost money though if you want to do more than 10-minute demo. Not sure what's last updated, and payment stuff is still cool. I don't mind paying for stuff. If it's any good, it's interesting. Londo says, signaling very interesting to me, but I can't see it being a fun stream game, even for a nerd such as myself. It's fun to see Crewe Heritage Centre set up their box with a sim. There's one of those in the post office, postal train museum. They've got a little signalling box set up too. We'll take this to Wolverhampton, and that'll be it today. Just see if it explodes on the way into Wolverhampton or not. Londo says, the way TSD welcomed me in were the words he used. Pure reprobate behaviour. Absolutely. Holy Trucker says, I feel ripped off. They stripped the 805 of full stone runs, but they bought it in the second timetable. The 805 now has no 805 in it. Londo says, a 390 can't run on diesel. Bomber. And 390's only an electric. Thank you, Londo and Airlink, for I am an idiot. It's okay. Chain Tracer Andy says, well, it does now. And Holy Trucker says, what's your opinion on Sim? I'm going to grab it, just that new update. I've never actually played it, to be honest. I've got it, but I've never even started it. Isn't that sad? Behind the yellow line. I'm only going 10 miles over the speed limit, it's fine. Oh, we've got a 60 coming up, do we? Better do something about that. Yeah, I bought Sim a while ago, and I've never actually played it. Should probably do it, it's apparently quite good. Londo says, when you mention block post, Andy, all I can think of is brick glass block post and the token setup on the telefin. A little too excessive on the braking. We'll pretend it's okay. Another 60. Londo says stream the first play. Well, maybe. Won't be quite the first play when I stream Running Train on the weekend. Chain Trace Andy says I've sent a link in the Discord to have a few cool things. Thank you. Four miles to bedtime. That one looks alright. It's got its usual stupid sunny textures on it, but apart from that it looks fine. Holy Trucker says, Sim is cheaper than Running Train. It's a massive line in Sim. Full line over an hour and 30 stations. Yeah, cool. Too fast again, as usual. Not like me at all. Londo says Running Train very demanding, feels like a spiritual successor to something like Denture to Go. Well, that is certainly its inspiration, yes. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a dead set copy, but it is very Denture to Go. It's also very Train Crew. And there's half a dozen other games that have not really ever gotten out of Japan, but I've seen a few that are based on the same concepts. Two miles to Wolverhampton. I will end this stream at Wolverhampton because I do need to go to bed. And he says, bloody, I just looked at the price. The most expensive one will be $38.50 and the cheapest, smallest 11 frame is $29.50. These aren't very cheap. No, they're not. But that's because they have such a small audience. I mean, someone's got to pay to develop stuff, basically. Anything with a tiny audience is going to be expensive. You should have a look at SimSig, Chain Tracer Andy. There's some really expensive stuff in SimSig, but there's also a lot of free stuff. Holy Trucker says, DC4260 just dropped his review of it. He's made an Aussie and NZ liveries for Running Train. They look good. Yeah, cool. I think it looks magnificent. It really does, and it drives really nicely. And the one train I've tried so far, I think people will come to realise that it's a couple of lines, it's 4 trains, and it doesn't worry me too much that they're fictional because they achieve a very Japanese atmosphere in the way it looks. It looks like it should look near train lines in Japan, so I'm pretty happy with that, but I think some people will probably not be that happy with made-up routes. I wouldn't be surprised. Did Teranga say that it's a train sim world killer? Because a certain other dipshit did. Not saying Taranga's a dipshit, by the way, he's a nice guy. Englishman says, looking forward to blurry texture sim world. Well, you know, we've just been out for a blurry textures run, and apart from a couple of times inside the cab, so if I wait outside this cab long enough, we'll see it when we go back. We haven't had it on the externals. And 2 trains that normally just crash on the Xbox have been okay so far, which is pretty cool. So if I wait long enough, I don't want to wait too long because I've got a red signal coming. And if I go back in now, it should be blurry in the cab. Yeah, there we go. But it clears straight away, so it's just a LOD thing. Holy Trucker says, Dovetail Tadami is in the shit now if they want to milk the price from Tadami. I don't think that will sell well now. Running Train has scratched that itch. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Londo said, never been to Japan. Fictional versus real doesn't make a difference to you. We're going into when? Makes you wonder why it would be a 15 through here. It's not that tight. Grumpy Englishman says, Running Train is fun, just needs more content. And they actually fixed it. Need to play the Lotto. Londo Sparks says, Train Sim World Killer, a little sensational. It's a different game and one that I enjoy. Maybe DTG could take some ideas. I'd love it if they did. But I don't see it being the Train Sim World Killer like a couple of streamers already have said. They go, oh, this will just take out Train Sim World. And I go, well, no, it won't. It's only got a couple of routes. It's just not. It's a good game. It looks really good, but is it the killer? No. Will I enjoy playing it? Absolutely. Will I promote it on streams? Absolutely. Am I impressed by it? Absolutely. Alrighty, this will be our last stop this evening, or morning for many of you. So thank you very much for watching. We've had 573 people watching this on Shorts. Isn't that scary? Will we trust this brake application? I don't think so. Maybe I'll leave it. Leave it. Yes, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It'll stop. Yes. Perfect. Alrighty. So we tried a 350, did a full-length run from Crewe to Birmingham. We got the max speed labelling went blurry a few times, particularly when we leave the cab and come back. In the 805, we didn't really see any blurries. We did see some of the icons on buttons were just big square boxes. I hadn't seen that before, so that might be new. And on this one, the 390, which usually just explodes as you leave Birmingham New Street, well, we got here. So we got to Wolverhampton. So pretty good. I think this, it looks like maybe it's a good one. So that would be magnificent if it is. I'll certainly wait a few days to see other people playing it on their Xboxes and PlayStations to see if people think that this is a good one or not. Because, you know, the experience varies. I don't know why it varies from console to console, but maybe the people play. Maybe the people who play... Like some people play a whole shift. They go train, get off, get on another train, drive it back, get off, get on another train, drive it back. We'll see if how those people go, because that's not what we've done here today. We'll also see how it goes with people that don't shut their consoles down. So I shut mine down quite religiously. I always kill it properly. I don't let it go to sleep because it always has a fresh start. So we'll see how it goes with people who don't do that, the ones who just let their consoles sleep all the time. I definitely advise people, like with your PC, reboot the thing periodically. It doesn't matter if you don't do it every day, but reboot it from time to time. Yeah, maybe at least every few days. Anyway, I think for the most part, looks pretty good. And I'll leave the stream there. So thank you very much to all the people who joined in. Just get the last few comments. It's 11:36 PM for you, Train Tracer Andy. Well, I hope so, because, you know, you live near me, mate. You really do. It's not daytime, it's nighttime for me. It's 11:39 PM right now. Definitely time for bed. Holy Trucker says, I can see Dovetail pushing $80 for this. I can see Trent Valley being the most expensive route we see in TSW. I'd be surprised. Or they can wait another 2 years just to be sure. Good on you, Grumpy. Londo says, trains and TSW coexist. There's plenty of room in the space. The FPS games are... Oh, absolutely. There's plenty of room for train sims. It's not that big. It's not really a niche anymore. It's quite mainstream. And Andy says, personally, once the initial hype goes down, people get bored due to limited amount of stuff you can do. Probably. It's nighttime. We live in the same time zone. We do. Almost in the same place compared to the rest of the people in this stream. Holy Trucker says 1:30 AM in New Zealand. And yeah, that's it, I think. So we shall... Locomotive says Scotsman is bad for blurry textures. I've never had a blurry texture on Scotsman. The wheels go blurry. That's actually by design. They do. Because you can't make the steam wheels go that fast and actually work. So they make them go blurry. But the body itself shouldn't. But anyway, enjoy yourselves, folks, and we shall see you next time. My next streams, I'll be doing Running Train on both of my Sunday streams, the AM stream and the PM stream, which is Saturday night and Sunday morning for a lot of you. They are Sunday morning and Sunday night for me and the other people in the Southern Hemisphere. So enjoy yourselves, and we shall see you later. Bye! Just for the people who wanted a cat. Bye.